Let us return to the chantry. I must pray for Lady Harriman's soul.
Good. Carry on. So you're a prince, are you?
That is apparently true.
There's doubt?
I've accepted the burden. That's all that matters. Why do you ask, guard captain?
The entitled types are always trouble.
In that case, I'm glad I don't count myself as one.
They never do.
We're here to serve the Maker, sir. What are you here for?
You don't like me, guard captain?
I've no issue, so long as the fight over your title stays in Starkhaven. Exactly like it hasn't.
Should I apologize for trying to take back what is rightfully mine?
Whatever it takes, no matter the cost.
It feels like you're blaming me for some personal experience of yours.
I was at Ostagar. Good people die when leaders do whatever it takes.
Good people know the necessity. I had hoped prayer might cleanse me of the Desire Demon's touch, but I still hear her voice so clearly. I feel like I've bathed in filth that will never come off.
You acted honorably. Why are you ashamed?
The demon didn't lie. I used to be bitterly jealous of my brother. I wanted to be prince. Now everything he had is mine. And he lies in ashes. I keep asking myself, do I want this because it's right? Or simply to have what I never thought I could?
Aren't you your parents' heir?
I'm the youngest son of 3. My parents were rather traditional. They wanted the heir and the spare, and I was left in the cold. They put me in the chantry to prevent my competing with my brothers.
You seem very dedicated to the chantry. You were put there against your will?
At first. But it was the best thing that could have happened. I was a wild boy, a shame to my family. The chantry made me a man. It's odd. When I wanted to rule, I would have been terrible at it. Now that I might be decent, I don't know if it's the right thing to do.
Don't let the demon make you doubt yourself.
In trying to retake Starkhaven, I have already brought death to so many. Could I ever do enough good as prince to justify that?
You could be a just and fair ruler. Worry about reparations once you take your lands.
I know you've done great things in Kirkwall, Hawk. I imagine your methods haven't always been scrupulous. But you clearly do more good than harm. I just don't know if I can follow that road.
I think this is yours.
My grandfather's bow, but where did you get it?
One of the Flint Company men did some looting. I figured I'd return the favor.
Thank you. It's hard to mourn the loss of a thing while my family lies dead. But I did think of it.
Were you and your grandfather close?
He was a man of the world, Prince of Starkhaven. But he had the most unshakable faith in the Maker. When my parents threatened to pledge me to the Chantry, he told me he'd gladly trade his title for a life of contemplation. The Maker ordained a place for each of us, I remember him saying. We have only to serve.
What's the story behind that bow?
As the youngest son, it was my place to lead Starkhaven's militia. But I never had a talent for swordplay. Too much getting hit. My grandfather said the bow is the wise man's weapon. You can defend your city without opening its gates. Grandfather said the day I could pull the string on his bow, it would be mine.
Then why didn't you have it with you?
I was 13 when my grandfather made me that promise. I would rise at dawn to practice my shots until I could hit the eye slit of a helmet from the top of the ramparts. but my parents pledged me to the chantry before I could show him.
I'm sorry I never got a chance to meet them. To save them.
I know. You're a true friend, Hawk. You brought me this to remember and honor them. But if I could bring back our lowest servant by snapping it in half, I'd do it without regrets.
I should feel more at home here, but I know sacrifice, but I will not be a sacrifice.
I think Grandfather is smiling now, seeing me holding his bow.
We should move on.
We're here to serve the...
must we come here? I hate these alienages. We should move on.
You lived here? I'm sorry.
There!
So you're moving up in the world? Got some coin to share with your favorite uncle?
Making the world a better place, one enemy at a time. That's enough! I'll deal with this.
have to do some shopping upstairs pretty soon.
Stay away from me.
The alienage is overcrowded. Someone should do something about it.
You are Hawk. A patrol went missing along the wounded coast. The Arishok says you have some semblance of honor. So tell me, did you kill them?
If I did kill them, why would I tell you? You'd just attack me.
I seek an answer to a question. What has happened to the missing Karatam? Vengeance is not relevant to this task.
I can't be your only suspect. There's coterie, Carter, Templars. Take your pick.
You think the boss in this city could fell a Karatam? Hardly. You are another matter. If you are not responsible, I waste my time here.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just.
Heard something about a big strike in the deep roads.
These warehouses are occasionally used to store things, but not just for clandestine meetings. It feels good to be captain of the guard, yes?
No, I will not change the patrols around your mansion again. There's already been too many questions.
You wound my pride with such accusations.
But you were going to ask.
Eventually.
I'll look at the roster and see what I can do.
Valryo, Rivain, you name it, we deliver. Best rates in Kirkwall.
In the market for something special, friend?
The alienage is dirty, crowded, and full of awful elven diseases. Ugh.
You're Ferelden, aren't you? Seems like there's more here than in Devon.
You sure you don't want a little extra? You're a tolerant fan.
That stopped with Jevon. as did your extra shipments. I can, and I have.
All are forbidden, except you, for now.
Sarah Hawk.
Yes?
Last we met, I did not know your name. Did not care to. You have changed your fortune over the years. The Kunari have not. I offer a courtesy, Hawk. Someone has stolen what he thinks is the formula for Gatlock. You will want to hunt him.
Excuse me, but this sounds like quite the feat.
It was allowed. The stolen formula was a decoy. Sarkamek, a poison gas, not explosives. A small amount is dangerous enough to your kind, but if made in quantity, perhaps by someone intending to sell it.
That merchant, Javaris.
Would he be cautious? Or would he assume success and make enough to threaten a district? A courtesy, Hawk. You will want to hunt him.
It took Javaris long enough to come up with this. Are you sure it was him?
Others have asked for the Gatlock, but only he chose to delude himself beyond no. Is 3 years so long to a hateful fool? I have no way of understanding such weakness. His crime seems obvious. Further evidence could be the deaths of many. I wouldn't wait.
So, how dangerous does this fake mixture become?
It is not a threat to Kunari. For your kind, it is as dangerous as those who breathe it.
No riddles, please.
The gas kills, but first it turns allies against their own in blind rage. So, the greater the skill of those sent against us, the more dangerous they become to their own people.
And you thought this was a good idea?
It is no longer our problem.
So you just leave the decoy laying around?
We did not make it easy. 3 Kunari died defending it, enough to impart a sense of worth. If the real formula were at risk, the Kyun would demand that we protect it to the last of us.
I barely spoke to you 3 years ago. Why give me this warning?
You are capable, but I have yet to decide if you are capable of understanding. Save your streets from this fool dwarf, then we will talk.
I'll have his head by morning.
His death is inevitable. You will determine how many join him. Panahedon, Hawk. It will be interesting to see if you die.
So, hunting a thief. Asking at the coterie would be a good bet.
Someone's always trying to claim the streets. If you make them safe to travel at night, someone will reward you.
I knew this would happen. I like you! You go through me before anyone else.
Can't we talk about this? No? We're under attack. What's the prize?
Keep moving. I'd rather not be mistaken for a client of the Rose, thank you.
And we go again. That's enough. Ignore them all. Where are they coming from? I'll cut you. Can't we?
You've certainly come a long... You've settled in nicely.
It's just luck. And skill.
Indeed. Still, more coin never hurts, right? Say, if someone wanted to pass some work your way...
I'm listening, Aveline. What's the trouble?
A thorn in my side, inventing trouble and scaring people. Remember Emmerich, the Templar? He wants your help, and some sort of official sanction.
Official sanction?
For his investigation. He's convinced that every random murder in the past few years is connected, and he won't be quiet.
Seems like it should be easy to prove if there are bodies.
Kirkwall isn't the safest place. That doesn't mean everything terrible is related. If you're gonna be picky, the common thread in most of the trouble is you.
You don't think it's worth investigating?
I have. He even convinced one of my lieutenants to raid the Dupuis mansion. Nothing there. You wouldn't believe how much ass I had to kiss after that. Bloody hobbyist constable. Why can't he spend his declining years building a boat or something?
Muzzle the geezer. Got it.
I would never say that. But if it leads somewhere genuine, I'll pick it up on your word. If he shuts up, that's good too. He's in the gallows. Thanks, Hawk. I appreciate it.
Why, hello again. Lovely home you have here. And may I say your mother makes for delightful company?
Another visitor. We've moved up in the world, Mother. Evidently so.
My apologies, Sarah. Your daughter and I simply have a bit of business to conclude.
I'll leave you two alone then. Be careful.
Darling woman. A shame that she spends so much time here alone.
She fills her days making poisons. And cake. Tell me you didn't try the cake.
Good thing I just had the tea then. Allow me to get right to the point. I know all this came from Deep Road's treasure. I know you repaid me, but I think I deserve a larger share of your fortune. Fair's fair, right?
Isn't this a conversation we should have had, say, 3 years ago?
What can I say? Things have gone poorly for me and I'm a bitter man. Give me another, 100 sovereigns and I'll go away. If you don't, I'll make things unpleasant. Simple enough, no?
What do you mean by that?
Well, let's see. I think people would like to know just what happened to Bertrand, wouldn't they? I know he betrayed you, but nobody else does. Your partner disappears, and you end up rich.
There hasn't been a single question asked about that.
Yet. Questions could be asked. About you, about your red-headed friend in the city guard, about your sudden riches. Help me out, and my friends in the Carta will make sure the evidence I have never sees the light of day.
There's no evidence. There couldn't be.
Does it have to be real? I think it just has to raise enough questions. How badly do you want the eyes of the Templars upon you? Not very, I'll wager.
Let's see. Do I respond well to threats? I don't think I do.
Pity. Have it your way, Hawk. We'll be seeing each other again, I'm sure.
And his manifesto. This thing turns up everywhere. Didn't Fenris say all Tevinter wine is made from the blood and tears of slaves?
I hope he was exaggerating. Its eyes follow me around the room. Creepy. Is that... Isabella? Who carves that into a stairwell?
It's strange living here again. My childhood home. Now owned by my child. I do hope you've been upfront with me about really owning it. I don't want to be at the mercy of that wretched Dougal. It's nice to be here, though. To feel like an Amel again.
I'm going to make the name Hawk one to be proud of in this city.
I don't doubt it. Your father would have said that, with that exact look, too. I just wish we could all be together as a family one more time. I visited Carver with the Templars, and he's so proud of his new knighthood. I guess I just need to start picking you out a suitable husband.
Hey, look. A partially burned page from Anders' manifesto.
I like the doggy. Ruff, ruff, ruff! Ruff, ruff, ruff!
It looks like they're having a nice chat. Maybe Sandal picked up some Mabari speak from our time at the hero of Ferelden's camp. If you need any enchantments, I'm sure my boy would be happy to help.
Enchantments. You like the shiny?
Oh, that dog. Well, maybe chew marks add character to the piece. That's Mother's room. I shouldn't intrude.
swinging on the chandelier. Sandal. Maker's breath. Put some clothes on, man. Ah, it's good to be important. Poor Prince. I told him to stay off the bed. I think I'll let Sandal empty that. I could have left the amulet in there and forgotten all about it. What would the witch have done then? I see Varric's taken it upon himself to add certain embellishments to my journal. Hard in Hightown. Siege harder. What does that even mean? Oh, Varric must be stopped.